Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the Chris Talk Show, where we bring you the news and dive into a wide range of topics that matter to you. I also give my views and my opinion. The show starts right now. Let's get into it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? What's up, listeners? Welcome to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most, Chris Talks. All right, folks. I hope that you're having a blessed day because I am definitely having one. So let's give stories today. Our top story today is a 14-year-old boy is charged with stabbing his classmate to death on a bus. All right, folks, let's get right into this. Let's let Sarah AI report this story. All right, let's go. Hit it. And let's see what we got. Yeah, can we hit the story? Let's hit the story. Turn off the music and let's hit the story. All right, here we go, folks. Let's hit the story. Here we go. Sarah, take over.
A Staten Island teen was arrested and charged with murder after allegedly stabbing a 13-year-old on a city bus Friday afternoon. Police reported. Witnesses told police that the 13-year-old victim, Siles Alar, was stabbed multiple times in the chest by the older teen after the two were seen arguing around 2:30 p.m. Friday on the MTA-operated bus. According to CBS News, the other kid who got stabbed was sitting on the bus with us, like a few seats ahead of us. And the other kid walks in and they started yelling at each other. I guess they knew each other. Had beef or something. A teen eyewitness who requested to remain anonymous told CBS. He walked over, pulled a knife out of his pocket, grabbed him. They started like wrestling back and forth, and just kept stabbing him until he left the bus and ran off. The witness also said the 13-year-old then stumbled off the bus and called for help, yelling that he couldn't breathe. The suspect reportedly took off after exhibiting suspicious behavior. He was very fidgety and he kept staring back down and looking all around and dipping. Then he made a left. Witness Anthony E. Sempler told CBS. This is one of the safest neighborhoods. I've never seen anything like this go on. A state environmental conservation officer and a retired NYPD sergeant, who were in the area at the time of the incident, tracked down and detained the suspect before police arrived. Law enforcement officials said, Alar was transported to Staten Island University Hospital in Princes Bay where he was pronounced dead. Police said, the bus driver was allegedly traumatized. Demetrius Cricklow, an MTA employee, told CBS. He's broken up right now from what he experienced. He said, NYPD officers told reporters the incident may have been gang-related. A knife is produced, and gang signs were being shown back and forth. NYPD Chief of Patrol John Schell told reporters at a press conference. Schell said both boys attended local Elias Bernstein Intermediate.
Wow. Is all I gotta say to this story is wow. Very sad one. But this story again brings us to New York City, Staten Island. Let's thank Staten Island for this report. Yeah, I want to thank them for this one. All right, so before we dig right into this, as always, let's pay these bills. So if you like this content and want to hear more of it, you already know where to go. All the links and things, all the links are right there on your screen. Also, you can check us out on our Facebook page where we post motivational and inspirational content and also spiritual content just to help you through your day. You know what I mean? So come check and see what's up there. Also, hit that subscribe, like, notifications, and share. You know, it's a little thing to you, but it's a big thing to me. You know what I mean? So just do me that solid on my wallet. You know what I mean? So let's get into these stories. All right, Ed. Oh yeah, Silent Ed is in the building. Say what's up to Silent Ed. Yes, silent. All right. Let's break this story down. To me, it's my view and my opinion, and that's what I'm about to give y'all right now. My view and my opinion. So to me, this is how this is going. I'm thinking that maybe it did have something to do with gangs. And the reason I say that is because these boys, they did attend the same school, but these boys were probably living in the same area and in rival gangs. Now, this just happened to happen on a New York City bus, a bus on Staten Island when kids was traveling home, and it's sad that happened. The 14-year-old is apparently in custody. And we send our condolences out to this young man and his family. We send our condolences out to them. Also, I want to acknowledge one thing. I want to acknowledge that there was probably a bunch of people on this bus and saw this go down, and not one person reacted. Now, I understand kids, they be brawling, whatever. I understand that. You know what I mean? We were all kids. We went through that. Sometimes there's a brawl, sometimes there's not, sometimes you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that there was enough adults on this bus for somebody to engage that fight and stop it, so that it didn't end so tragic. That it didn't end so tragically. Because this is something that's really, really tragic. And you gotta understand, this young boy stumbled. Listen to the facts now. This young boy stumbled off the bus. So he was stabbed up and then stumbled off the bus. He walked off the bus. And 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, people, somebody was sitting out there with their camera phone, taping it. Just taping it. But nobody got off their butt and intervened with this situation. This is a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old boy. They're small boys. And I'm looking at the picture. This is a small boy. Somebody could have intervened, and I'm not saying the bus driver should have intervened, because it's not really the bus driver's place to do that. Could he have? Yes, he could have. But it is not really his place to do that. His place is to drive you from point A to point B, not to break up every single fight. And I'm pretty sure as an MTA worker, when fights like that break out, I'm pretty sure they tell you not to intervene, just to probably stop the bus, call the police, let law enforcement, let them do what they gotta do. Let them intervene the way that they have to. I'm pretty sure that that's probably how that goes. Now, for this young man, this 14-year-old young man, I feel sorry for him, because he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail for nothing. And also, the bus driver, yes, this bus driver is going to be traumatized. Of course. Seeing an act of violence like that, you are going to be traumatized, especially if you're not somebody who is used to being around violence. Now, this particular bus driver, MTA bus driver, was not a newbie. This is a guy who he's driven the bus for some years. So he's seen fights, but probably nothing to this extent, to where it really, really like, dang, these are two little kids. And this kid stumbled off my bus, fell, and he died. Because this young teen was pronounced dead on arrival to the hospital. He was already, well, I could say, on the way to the hospital. He was pretty much, going, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital. But, they was trying to do what they could to bring him back, and maybe he still had a little life in him, but I don't know. Maybe it was the blood and things like that got to this guy. And I don't mean to go too much into it, but maybe that is what got to this bus driver, to where he was just like, listen, man, this is enough. This is enough. And not for nothing, these teens, I mean, children these days, they have little to no respect for any type of authority, let alone somebody who's within their own age range. So they don't really care. It's not something like, but it is on us as parents, for those who are out there that are parents, to my listeners who are parents, it is on you to teach your kids to head in a different direction. It's on you to teach them to go a different way, because society is always going to teach them to respond this way. Society is always going to teach them that. If you let your kids out and you put them out in that world, which eventually, as a parent, you have to do, but at that age, yeah, you have to ask yourself, what were the parents doing? What were they doing? Because I don't know. That's a question that I would raise. What were the parents doing? And I did try to dig deep into the story. They don't really go into the parents, but I can say one of the parents of the boys is an law-abiding citizen. So, we got that much. We went that far to get that much, but the rest of it we can't get to. But as soon as we get to it, we will, as always, let you know what's going on. But this is it's very sad. That's my view and that's my opinion on that one. On that story. This is just a very sad story. Such young kids. And this is how they choose to spend their lives. It's a very sad story. Very sad story. All right, folks. Let's get into the second story. All right, y'all. Let's get into our next story. Let's go, Ed. Hit it. Hit the story. No. What is the second story about? Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention where our second story brings us. Our second story also brings us to New York. Oh, yes. We are in New York again. So this is about a school bus driver who is fired for drinking alcohol, while on the job, and claims she did not know that it was an alcoholic beverage. All right. Let's let the AI play that and figure out how did that happen. I don't understand. I mean, come on. You got alcohol. I mean, you know a beer is a beer, right? I'm pretty sure you know that, right? All right. Let's hear her excuse because they always got excuses, but let's hear her excuse. All right. Let's let Sarah AI take over. Hit it, Ed.
New York school bus driver Amal Hanna was caught drinking a White Claw alcoholic beverage while driving students home from school on Wednesday and has since been fired. According to reports, Hanna, who is undergoing chemotherapy for cancer treatment, told law enforcement she was unaware the flavored seltzer contained alcohol. The Long Island woman said she quickly grabbed the drink on her way out the door that morning, thinking it was a regular seltzer her roommate had left in the fridge. The former driver does not drink alcohol because she's currently undergoing chemotherapy. She said the treatments have caused her to have trouble tasting food and drinks. And as a result, she did not detect the alcohol in the seltzer. The bus driver was fired from her job at We Transport Inc., the Long Island-based school bus company, after 15 years due to the incident. This alleged conduct is completely unacceptable, and the driver has been immediately removed from service when the hard seltzer can was spotted in the driver's cup holder on the bus. She was immediately removed from the vehicle and a different driver completed dropping off students. She was not charged by the Suffolk County Police, who say they believe Hannah's claim that she didn't know the seltzer was alcoholic. I have been crying and crying. I don't even have any more tears. It was just a mistake. It was a mistake. Without a job, Hannah told the news outlet she's distraught over how she will pay for her cancer treatment. I'm frightened I'm going to be on the street because of a mistake, she told the news outlet in between sobs. Parents told News 12 that Hannah was a stellar bus driver and they know this was an honest mistake. She was so sweet and kind to them. I can't imagine she would ever do anything to harm them, one parent said.
All right, folks. Okay, well, I take it back. Well, Ed, I take it back. I'm gonna say that. I take back what I said, and yeah, I take back what I said because I don't. I want to say this. And can we pull up one of the comments? I want to say this. I think that this lady honestly probably made a mistake. She probably just, like she said, she probably just grabbed something out the refrigerator, not looking at it. I don't know why she wouldn't look at it, but that's on her. You know, some people do that. They just grab stuff and go. But I think it's an honest mistake because if this lady, if she worked 15 years for this company, can we boo this company real quick for firing her? We're going to throw that in there. Let's play it loud. Hear it. Yeah, we're going to boo the company for firing her because if this lady is going under such a treatment, and I'm pretty sure that the company knows this, that this lady is dealing, sorry y'all, that this lady knows that this lady is dealing with this type of treatment. So they know this. And they know she doesn't have no history of this or anything like that. Even the officers, and let's applaud the officers for not arresting her. Whether she has melanin or non-melanin, to me at this point it does not matter. They didn't arrest this woman. It's obvious that they didn't arrest this woman because they knew who she was. They knew who she was in the community. And I could say we can applaud again for that tactic because that's part of a tactic of the cops, law enforcement reaching out and relating to the community. This woman probably does not have no history. Wait, what did you say? No. Oh, okay. So we got the history. She has no history. She has no history at all of driving ever since, like her driving record, as far as her driving record, it's pretty much clean. So she's never been arrested for something like that, for drinking, for driving while intoxicated. I'm not saying she doesn't get intoxicated. I'm just saying she hasn't ever been caught or arrested for drinking while intoxicated. So, I mean, and she's a known person around the neighborhood. So, I mean, yeah, I think this police department, they did the right thing. Yeah, they did the right thing by letting her go. Because that's not her style. That's not her flow. And yeah, she made this mistake. I don't think that she should have been fired. I think maybe there should have been some type of penalty or something like that. But firing, I mean, maybe there should have been like, okay, let's say it like this. Maybe there should have been an investigation done first. Okay, because I mean, like in some bus accidents and stuff like that, they do investigate to see. I mean, they do their investigation first, and then, then they decide if the person is going to be fired or not. But there's always an investigation or some type of investigation. But there wasn't no investigation. In this case, they just immediately fired her and replaced her. Now, is on the legal side, if she could do something, I would say, go for it. Go for it. If you could do something on the legal side, go for it. But other than that, I don't think she should have been fired for making a mistake. She's only a human being. She's a human being. She's a person from time to time. I mean, come on, nobody's perfect. We make mistakes. So she shouldn't have to suffer. I don't think she should have to suffer to that extent of a punishment. I don't think. I think that punishment was just it's too much. I think the punishment was too much. But at the same time, like I said, it's a two-headed coin. For those who are on the opposite side, they're going to think, listen, she got what she deserved. Whether she made a mistake or not, she probably got what she deserved. Because at the end of the day, I mean, she got caught by the police. What happened if she didn't? What happened if this would have ended in an accident while she was transporting those kids home? What happened if this would have ended in a situation to where some of those kids, or all of those kids, could have perished or even been injured because she made a mistake and grabbed a drink and was not looking and not paying attention to what she was grabbing? And then you got to think, how long did she have this drink? Like I said, it's a two-headed coin, people. How long did she have this drink? Was it in the cooler? Or did she just drink it right in the morning? And then, also, why did the police pull her over? For what reason, real reason, did they have to pull this woman over? If she was somebody who was familiar in the neighborhood, and she's just a regular, screwdriver, why did they have to pull over? What was she doing that made them go, let's pull this bus over? Let's pull this bus over right now. And how many times have they pulled over that one bus? How many times? Because she known in the neighborhood. So, like I said, it's a two-headed coin. So, don't stop me. Like I said, it's a two-headed coin. So, how many times have they pulled over that bus? And for what reason? These are the questions, people. These are the questions. These are the questions that are brought up. I mean, Edward, come on. It's a two-headed coin. In my opinion, no, maybe she shouldn't have been fired for making a mistake, but at the same time, and I'm just saying, I'm playing a two-headed coin right now. But at the same time, there should have been something done. If this was something that was done, if this was something that happened only once in 15 years, then maybe I'll mark it down as an accident. Maybe. But at the same time, like I said, there's other parents out there. They wouldn't mark it down. They would say fire her because that mistake could have cost the lives of some or maybe all of the children on that bus, or could have just injured all or some of them children on the bus. So I would say it's a two-headed coin. But from her rep, that's what I'm saying. From her rep is why I would say probably not. Probably not. But just from her rep, because this is not somebody, and it's somebody who doesn't drink. But at the same time, you don't drink. The fact that you don't drink and you just had that one drink, it could affect you, different. It's like, it's your first drink, Like I said, Ed, it's a two-headed coin. I don't know. It's a two-headed coin. It's different. I'm telling you, it's different scenarios. But it is a two-headed coin. All right, folks. Let's get up out of here. All right. So, listen. Y'all tell me what y'all think. To all my listeners, tell me what you think. Hit me up in the comments and tell me exactly what you think. All right? So, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all already know what to do. The links are on your screen. Subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification button, and do what you do. All right? I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Until next episode, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.